Mr. Kolopa is here for the next lesson, and this lesson will be very interesting, very powerful. It's always there in the exam, so make sure that you watch this video up to the end. And if you have not subscribed, maybe you are new, try to subscribe so that you don't miss other lessons that are coming. And what is this lesson? If you can guess, I promised you last time to say we are going to look at factorization by grouping. Okay, I'm using what's the equations here. So we're going to look at factorization by what? By grouping. So what is this? What is factorization by grouping? What is it all about? Just take a quick recap on what we covered last time. We looked at how to factorize using the common what? The common factor. We looked at something like 3x plus 6xy, and we said we have to look for the common factor if we are taught to factorize. So what is common? 3 is common for the numbers. If you look at x is also common. So 3x will be our common factor. So you write the brackets. So 3x into 3x, you get the what? You get the 1. Okay, plus 3 into 6, you are going to get a 2, then the y will remain. That means you are factorized. This is what we looked at last time. So let's quickly look at factorize by grouping. Yes, so these are questions under factorized by what? By grouping. Now, how can you tell that this question is under factorized by grouping? Today is very easy because it's a topic that we are looking at. Now, when it comes to the exam, they won't tell you to say this question is under factorized by grouping. This one is under difference of two squares. This one is under factorize a quadratic. No, they won't tell you. But how can you tell that this one is coming from factorized by grouping? You are supposed to be given 4 terms. Look at these terms. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. In short, all these questions that we have today, they have 4 terms. So if you are given 4 terms, then they ask you to factorize. Just not to say, they are asking you to factorize by what? By grouping. Now, how do we factorize by grouping? We have 4 terms. So you are supposed to group these 4 terms. The first 2 you group them, and the last 2 you also group them. Then you factorize by a common what? A common factor. Let's quickly look at question A. So if you look at the first 2 and also the last 2, let's try to factorize. What is common? Here you have 2 y's. We said y, it's like y plus y. So you can see that we have a common one, a common y, this y and this y is common. So you factor it out. Then there, what are you going to remain with? We are going to remain with y plus y into y. We talked about that. Each into much into, we said it's what? It's 1. This thing, 2 into 2, it's 1. 2x into 2x, it's 1. X squared into x squared, it's 1. U into u yourself, the answer is what? Is 1. Very good. So there you have a 1. Then the sign that follows is a sign that you are supposed to write there. Then what is common? The common there is 2. You can see the 2 there. It's common. Then what you do, you open the brackets there, remain with y. So before you write the sign there, make sure that you multiply this sign times that sign. This sign times this sign, positive times positive, you get positive. That's the sign you are supposed to write. Don't just write the sign which is there. Multiply the sign that is outside together with what you have on top there. That's the sign you should write in the bracket. 2 into 2, you get a what? A 1. Then, for this factorized by grouping, you don't need even to waste time like am I correct or wrong? When you reach at this stage, if you check what you have in the bracket, you must have same things. If you have different things here, it means you are wrong. So you can see here you have y plus 1, there you have y plus 1. So we are correct. So you can just write 1 bracket, y plus 1. That's a rule. You just need to write 1 bracket. You write like that. Then Another bracket, you write what you have in the bracket is y plus 2. If we had a negative there, we could have said y minus 2. So you write y plus 2. So that means you are done. So this is your answer for the first question. So let's quickly look at question B. So 6x squared minus 2x minus 3x plus 1. The first two again and the last two. So what is common? You check the numbers. Do you have a number that can go into 6 and 2 without leaving a remainder? Yes, it's 2. Do you have a letter that is common? Yes, there is x, bracket. 2 into 3, 2 into 6, you get 3. Then we have 2 x's like we had here. So x there, you remain with 1x minus 2x into 2x. Same thing into same thing, you get a 1. Okay. Then the sign there, you write it. What is common here? We can't see any number that is common. So in that case, when you reach at this stage and you find that you don't have any common factor, just write a 1, then you open the brackets. Then as I said, you multiply the signs. Negative times negative, you get the negative times positive, you get a negative. So here we're going to have 3x, then minus the 1. 1 into 1, you get a 1. So check what you have in the bracket. We have same things. So I'm just going to write 1, 3x minus 1, bracket. Another bracket, you write what you have outside. 2x minus 1. So that is our answer. So this is what we have. Now we are on question C. So can you pause the video and try to answer question C on your own, so that you come and compare them the way we are going to answer it together. So let's quickly try to answer question C. Yeah, now let's try to compare the answers that we are going to get and your answer that you had when you answered this one. So let's start. We have 2 and the last 2. So what is common? The common is 2. If you look at the number that can go into 6 and into 4 and 6, it's 2. Then the common letter is what? It's A. So open bracket, 2 into 4, you get the 2. The letter remaining is B. The sign positive. 2 into 6, it's 3. The letter that is remaining after you take out A, you remain with C. So there, the sign that is forward, you write it. The number that can go into 6 and 9, we have a 3. Then what is common for the numbers? It's what? For the letters, it's D, open brackets. 3 into 6, you get the 2. Then the letter that is remaining, when you factor out D, you remain with the B. Then the negative times negative, you get the positive. 3 into 9, you get the 3. Then the letter remaining after you factor out the D, which is common, you remain with C. So you can see what we have in the brackets, you have the same things. So there you write one thing, which is 2B plus 3C. Another bracket, you write what you have outside. Is 2A negative 3D. So that is our answer. Let's hope you answered it correctly. Yeah, so let's quickly look at question D so that we can conclude our lesson for today. So we have 14 minus 7k. Yes, so let's look at this. So we have 2 and the last 2 terms. So what is common? What number can go into 14 and 7 without a remainder? That will give us 7, open brackets. 7 into 14, you get the 2. Minus 7 into 7, you get 1k. So we're just going to write the k, open brackets. Then this sign. So if you look at here, what is common? there is a k and there are two k's there, so one k is common. So k is common, open brackets. If k is out, what are you going to remain with there? You remain with a 2 minus. So k into k squared, so it means you are removing 1k, so you remain with a k, open close brackets. So what have you seen in the brackets? You can see that we have same thing, so you write that k minus 2 minus k. Another bracket, you say 7 plus k, so that is another bracket. So, and this is our answer for the question D. Let's hope you have enjoyed the video. You have enjoyed this lesson, and don't forget to share if you are told you have enjoyed our lessons. We keep on giving you series of topics from grade 10 up to grade 12. So next time we are going to look at factorizing by difference of two squares. So watch out for the next lesson that we are going to give you. See you next time. This is your own Mr. Kolopa.